If you love movies and movie discussions, you've come to the right place. Who am I, you ask? I am the Wiz, and I'm here to review the 1976 documentary Harlan County USA, directed by Barbara Koppel. Let's get into the plot of Harlan County USA. Basically, this movie is about a strike involving coal miners in Kentucky. I think this is around 72, 73. This is between the coal miners of the Brookside Mine and Duke Power. And this is about a year-long strike where Duke Power refused to sign a labor contract to the miners for better pay and better benefits. Again, this is like over a year, and a lot of things happen in this movie that is crazy to watch. The one thing I want to say first, that this is activist filmmaking done right. Now, what do I mean by activist filmmaking done right? A lot of activist filmmaking, like anything activist related, they want you to convince to be on their side and to help right a wrong. But the problem is a lot of activist filmmaking, a lot of activist journalism, they like to cut and paste certain facts. So they only will present facts and other things that will boost their side. And if it's something that's going to involve helping the other side that they're trying to go against, they usually omit that. All Barbara Koppel did in this movie is show what is going on between the miners and the company that they work for. It's really interesting to watch at certain points. It gets intense after a while because a lot of things start to happen in the movie where things just get violent. But the other thing that the film really shows well is the camaraderie and the togetherness that this group has to make sure that the strike is successful and they get the contract that they need. And I think that's probably one of the best things about this movie. It doesn't tell you what it's supposed to do. It doesn't tell you what you're supposed to think. It just shows you what's going on. And it shows the reason for the strike and why it was necessary. You see a lot of things in this movie where I think a lot of people still have this problem nowadays, where you have people living in destitution, or they have a lot of injuries and they're not getting help, or the insurance sucks. Man, we still deal with that now, good Lord. But instead of just giving you an expert and hammering you in the head, this is what's happening, this is how bad, blah, 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 it just shows you. And I think that is the best thing you can do to convince somebody that they were right on their side. I think one of the best decisions they made in this movie is to not have any talking heads in the movie. It's all shot where everything is going on, either during the picket line or in certain political areas. It just shows everything in the element. And another thing that I really liked in this is the rustic feel that this movie has. It's incredibly effective. And honestly, it's really there to put you in the spot where these people are, so you know exactly what their life is like. And even with how hopeless it feels, how inspirational it is that they're actually banding together and they're trying to get things done, even though they all have differences of opinion and they have different types of personalities. It's really an effective way to show how people come together to really unite on a singular cause. And honestly, it also shows why they needed to go on strike and why they needed to fight for this pay raise and for these benefits. And the film, again, from the beginning, I will say it again, the film doesn't just tell you. In fact, it doesn't tell you. It just shows you. It just makes you look at everything and go, oh yeah, I can see why. You didn't need anybody convincing them. It just shows you. And I think that is one of the best things about this movie, is that it doesn't beat you over the head. It makes you just watch and go through it, and then you decide what you feel in it. And I think it's highly effective that way. All right, and here are the footnotes for Harlan County, USA. And I really got one. And that is, man, there are a lot of songs about coal mining in this movie. I mean, I think these songs are mostly bluegrass and a little bit of country in there. I was just kind of surprised as I was watching the movie. It's like, that's another song about coal mining. That's another song about coal mining. Oh, okay. And they're not bad either. They're actually pretty good, and they really fit well with the rest of the movie. So I was a little surprised, but I thought that was actually pretty cool what they had. So overall, I'm going to recommend Harlan County, USA. I think it is a great documentary. And I think it's something that if you really want to convince people why a strike is necessary, or why maybe a union is necessary, this might be one of the best movies to do it. As far as I've heard, at least. I haven't seen many, so don't take that. There might be better. I don't know. But I think Barbara Koppel did an amazing job actually showing what everyone went through in this, the camaraderie they had, the struggles that they had, and why this was so necessary for them to do. So overall, I am going to recommend Harlan County, USA. Check it out on Max, on Criterion Channel, and actually, there's a lot of channels that just have the straight rip on YouTube. So if you just look up Harlan County USA on YouTube, it's right there. So I would say if you have 2 hours and you want to see a good documentary, check this out. It is very good. Now, if you want my full review on this movie, you can go to my website at IamTheWiz.com. You'll have my full written review right on the site, along with a link to the video that has this review that you've just listened to. All right, so for Thursday, me and Zero are going to be reviewing Atari Game Over. Saturday, I'll be reviewing Gimme Shelter. And on Tuesday, I'll be reviewing the classic epic film Lawrence of Arabia, directed by David Lean. I have been wanting to watch this for a long time, but I'm going to say the reason why I haven't watched it right away. It's almost 4 hours long. Anytime I'm like, I'm kind of interested, then I look at the runtime and go, oh. Ooh, maybe I'll watch this movie instead. And I'm going to give this a shot on Tuesday. So for Thursday, me and Zero are going to be reviewing Atari Game Over. Saturday, I'll be reviewing Gimme Shelter. And Tuesday, I'll be reviewing Lawrence of Arabia, directed by David Lean. I am The Wiz, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.